What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Geek Out Room podcast. Don't forget you can check out our episodes over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just type in Geek Out Room podcast and you should find us. We have a lot of nerd news, and I mean a lot of nerd news to go over. So let's start with the recent one. Nintendo Direct was today. Completely forgot about that. I was completely asleep because the New York Knicks stressed me out last night. And yeah, Legend of Zelda remake for Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Didn't know that was a thing, so I'm super excited about that. And it looked gorgeous. I mean, it's so funny. I haven't played it since the I haven't played it since Nintendo 64. Now I know they came out with the 3DS version because when I had 3DS, excuse me, when I had 3DS, I played it. But not nearly as much. I don't know why. It didn't feel right playing Legend of Zelda on handheld like that, like on the screen as small as the 3DS was. And so I just didn't never really got into it, and I decided to sell it to pay for some other like PlayStation game or something like that. And yeah, so I haven't played it since Nintendo 64, and I'm super excited because it looks gorgeous. It was a teaser trailer. You hear you hear some of the ocarina being played, and it sounds so good. It sounds gorgeous. The visuals look great. Link looks really good. And what's funny is that this game has been emulated so many times over, and it looks amazing. But something about this one seems really refined and really good. And the emulations, by the way, were really crisp from what I've seen. I've never played the emulated Zelda game, but I've seen it on Twitch and stuff like years ago, and it looked really good. So I'm excited for this one. This remake looks legitimate. It looks like they have a lot of care into it. Again, we only really see Link in this and his character model, but it looks really promising. The shading looks really promising. So I'm excited for like a gameplay trailer that I'm sure we're going to get later this year because they have said in this trailer it's going to come out in 2026, which is this year. So I'm assuming during the holiday season, which I'm sure they'll do because they'll capitalize on all the Christmas shopping, all that stuff, and all that stuff to push this. And I know that Zelda, not Zelda, I know the Switch is having a price increase. I think starting around September or August or September, something like that. So I know the price increase is going to go. So this game, an announcement, especially with Kingdom Hearts 4 saying it's coming to, which we'll get into in a second, is coming to the Switch 2, is going to really boost these sales. It's going to push a lot of people to try to really hurry up and buy the Switch 2 before the price increase, or even if the price already increased. It will make people think twice about boycotting this, buying the Switch until the price comes down. So this was a good announcement for them at the right time. I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I've played many of the games, Twilight Princess being one of my favorites, and this game really means something to me. My family, my brother also loves Legend of Zelda. He likes the older ones. He didn't, me and him didn't really like the recent one that came out on the Switch. I forgot what it was called, but I know the second one was Tears of the Kingdom. But those Zelda games we didn't really like as much. We really like the old school ones. So it's super cool to see this game remade because now I can actually play it from start to finish and really enjoy it. So I'm super excited about that. I love the Ocarina. I bought myself one just because I love the tune. I love the music. The soundtrack in this game is one of my favorite of all time. And yeah, so you don't have to do much to get me excited for a legitimate remake, not just HD version, but like a legitimate remake of this game is going to go crazy, and I cannot wait to play. And I don't even have a Switch 2. I do not have a Switch 2, so this is really making me, this direct made me want to actually go buy a Switch 2, which is crazy because Xbox's showcase made me want to go buy that 25th anniversary Xbox so I can play Fable and Gears of War E-Day and one other game that I can't remember. But yeah, Xbox looks really promising. It looks fun. So does the Switch 2. So this could be the first time in a long time, I'm talking about maybe like 11 or so years, since I've owned multiple consoles. It's been a very long time since I've owned multiple consoles. But in 2026/2027, you could see me doing gameplay on multiple consoles. It's been a long time, and actually utilizing all these different consoles because there are games that I legitimately want to play and I need these consoles. They're gonna be sick. So Nintendo did their thing. This remake looks really cool. Kingdom Hearts 4 was a surprise they put at the end of Nintendo Direct. No one thinking it was going to be here. They thought it was going to be on pretty much any other showcase, especially Summer Game Fest, where there's a lot more eyes on that, I feel like, and they didn't do that. And that was interesting, but they gave us gameplay this time, not just a trailer. And the gameplay looks sick. It looks fluid. It's so interesting to see it played in like what looks like Tokyo. And it's going to be very interesting to play like as Sora fighting the Heartless in modern day Tokyo, opposed to like fictional universe. So I'm sure there's obviously going to be fictional universes and stuff, but it's always interesting to see. Any Kingdom Hearts fan, especially a Kingdom Hearts 2 fan, one of my favorite games of all time, you always have that first like 30 to 40 something minutes where you're in a town doing some random stuff. So maybe that's what's happening here. But it's super interesting. It looks great graphically. We know little to nothing about this game other than this gameplay trailer and the trailer they gave to us. Like, whew, I don't even know how long it's been, but it's been quite some time since we've gotten that first look at Kingdom Hearts 4. So I'm super excited to continue the Kingdom Hearts journey. I'm super excited to see what new like, because the combat system is always interesting with games like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy from Square Enix. So I'm very interested to see, as someone who's playing through the Final Fantasy VII remake, I'm very interested to see what they add to Kingdom Hearts 4 that makes it better. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 didn't have the greatest reception, especially as it was long awaited as much as it was. So I'm super excited to see what they switch up in Kingdom Hearts 4 to make it more interesting, not just story-wise, but also combat system-wise. I'm super excited to get my hands on that game and see what's coming. We have no release date for that. I do not expect Kingdom Hearts 4 to come out anywhere south of 2027. I'd be surprised we see a legitimate trailer, like a story trailer, in 2026. I think this is the last we'll see of it this year. I think we'll pick up more on Kingdom Hearts 4 in 2027 with hopefully a probable 2028 release. That's truly what I feel. I feel like the new God of War game and Kingdom Hearts 4 will come out around the same time, in my opinion. I do think, or at least the same year, maybe not the same like month or so, but the same year. I think they're on parallel tracks with each other right now. That's my gut feeling with that. But those are the two takeaways from Nintendo Direct for me. Xbox Showcase did something really positive. At least, I think a lot of fans are overreacting. I don't think Xbox is back or anything like that. I do think there are a bunch of hurdles for Xbox, but I think the Xbox Showcase revealed that, one, they're not moving on to the next generation anytime soon. Not that they could right now, but it's good to at least, maybe not per se confirm, but at least like show goodwill that, hey, we realize, one, people don't have money like that. Two, because of COVID and some other things, people are not really looking for Xbox right now. Hell, many people are still holding on to dear life for their PS4s, haven't even gotten to their PS5s yet. So going on to the next generation right now doesn't really make sense, especially since this current generation for Xbox isn't really doing anything. It's not really moving the needle. And I think the Xbox Showcase proved that they're aware of that, and this new leadership is trying to bring back classic fans, because they've lost a lot, especially Game Pass. When they increased, reportedly they lost around 50% of their Game Pass members. Now, numbers like that can be inflated or deflated, who knows. I do think 50% is an accurate number, because I do think a lot of people were very pissed off or confused. And not just because of Xbox, but because everything, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Play, a lot of places, a lot of companies are steadily always increasing their prices. And eventually you get to a boiling point where you're just sick of it, you feel disrespected, and you just feel like it's not worth it, and you just give up on certain things. So I do think it was just the threshold for Xbox fans. I haven't owned an Xbox since I was in college, like freshman year in college. So I haven't owned an Xbox since like 2014, 2015, so it's been a while for me since I've been part of the Xbox family. I left on a bitter note because of there was an issue with my membership. They kept they like double or triple charge. It was some weird charge on my card. And I was a broke college student, and I was like, no, no, no. And it took a really long time for them. I was right, and they fully refunded my money back to me, and it was a huge thing. And I felt very ill will because Xboxes I in my opinion anyway, not my opinion, in my experience, Xbox's um helpline, like the customer service was not it, and it felt very disrespectful, it felt very disingenuous, and I just wasn't messing with it, and I just went to Sony and never looked back. I went to Sony, yeah, I went to Sony and never looked back. So that's what that was for Xbox. And the showcase, though, it felt like Goodwill. I haven't really kept up with any Xbox news because, for those that don't know, they've given all their exclusives away, and everything's an Xbox. Your PC, these handhelds, PlayStation 5, everything's an Xbox. You can play Halo soon on PS5. You can already play Gears of War on PS5. So a lot of the Xbox exclusive have not gone to everyone. There's no exclusives. Well, in this showcase, they said, no, 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 we're going to bring exclusives back to Xbox, back to Microsoft, and really run up this competition because we know PS5 has been kicking our ass this generation and last generation, and we're sick of it. Xbox means something to Microsoft, and we're going to steadily show you that. And I think they did a great job of steadily showing, like, hey, it's going to take some time, but we're actively working towards a better world for us, for the Xbox fans out there, right? Whether it be the translucent console throwback to the 2001 days, be it making sure Game Pass is affordable for people, be it bringing back exclusives and bringing back a reason to own an Xbox in this day and age, because there really was no reason to own an Xbox for a long time. It was a very weird state to be in for a company. I know Microsoft does software and all the other stuff, but for Xbox division, your job is Xbox, and it has not felt that way in at least 10 years. Last 10 years has not felt like owning an Xbox was appropriate. It just feel like there was no reason to own one, right? Whereas Sony had the Spider-Man, the Insomniac games, that God of War. They have so many reasons why, if you're a gamer and you don't have a PS5, it's like, what are you doing? Same thing with Nintendo. You don't have a Switch or Switch 2 now. Like, what are you doing? Xbox has never felt that way. It hasn't felt that way since probably 2000, 2010 or so, whenever Halo 3 came out. So it's been a while since Xbox has felt like Xbox. Felt like, oh, this is why gamers love them some Xbox. You know what I mean? So it's cool to see that direction. It's cool to see the new CEO, they were cooking her. So it's good to see her stand firm alongside Matt Booty and get something positive for the fans, and do something that shows that the future Xbox, though needs a lot of repair and a lot of work, we are excited for the future, and we're excited for our fans to be excited for the future, and we promise, if nothing else, we promise to try. And I think that's what the fans want right now at this stage, is at least some type of show of effort or care or promise that you're going to try to make Xbox fun again. You're going to try to make Xbox something exciting, something that the people who are still loyal Xbox fans to this day, we're going to pay it forward for y'all. And I do appreciate seeing that. And this showcase was pretty hype, pretty fun. The presentation aspect was miles ahead of whatever Nintendo Direct's one was. Very bland, was very like, it's almost like they didn't know how, like, they know how popular these titles are, but the presentation didn't treat them with the excitement and hype that like Xbox or Summer Game Fest or PlayStation Direct did with like God of War or like all the other properties that had. Sorry, there's been so much game news that I'm mixing some of them up with each other. Like, we had like 3 to 4 showcases in a span of a couple of days, and starting to fry my brain a little bit. We have a lot of games coming, basically, and they look great. They look fun. It looks like, and I really am a big proponent. I've said this many times. I'm a huge advocate for exclusives on consoles. And I am for one reason. Not every single game, but like Call of Duty, I don't think should be an exclusive to one console. Let it be on the ones that can run it. Reason why I think exclusives are important is because it breeds competition. It makes people want to go to one console or another, or own multiple, which is fine. But some people can't do multiple, and they need to choose a console. And it makes these companies have to step up their game and make quality video games and be in tune with what the fandom wants. And not only that, they need to find ways to make sure games can come out on time and that they're good, that they're quality. And I do think with the lack of competition, we do start seeing slippage in quality. We do see slippage in story-based games. We do see slippage in release dates. Like, release dates are just suggestions. They're just guesses. They're just estimates. They're no longer hold to that date anymore. And even when it's like 3 days out, they can just change the date and can come out a couple months later or something. Like, it's crazy what's happening. And so I think with exclusive titles, it does help competition, especially when exclusive titles are good, when they're good games. You start seeing oh, if Sony's going to do that, well, oh, we at Microsoft have this. Oh, Nintendo's like, okay, two of them have that, even though that's not our lane. We do need a reason to have people still buy Switch 2. So let's come out with a Legend of Zelda remake. Let's announce the heavily anticipated Kingdom Hearts 4 with gameplay at the end of our direct, and announce that's also coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Yes, right, your Nintendo Switch 2 can run Kingdom Hearts 4. That's big, that's massive. That, for people who are not into specs or don't know much about, but they remember the Switch and how hideous 2K games like 2K or Mortal Kombat 1 was running on Switch 1, how horrible that was. Like, don't worry, Switch 2 ain't like that. Switch 2 can run Kingdom Hearts 4, and that's like, stuff like that is important. So that's the point of these directs sometimes. Not only just to hype people up, but it's to show for people who are not all into the gaming news like me. I may report it, but I don't like heavily digest some things because, again, I don't like the idea of games or consoles or controllers or aspects never coming out on time or just being too expensive. So I just report on things I find cool or interesting. But yeah, it's cool for people who are not hip to watch these directs because, like, oh, I didn't know the Switch 2 was that powerful that can run something as looks graphic intensive as Kingdom Hearts 4, and so that's cool. Or you see a Legend of Zelda remake and you're like, oh, that's a gorgeous game that's coming out on Switch 2. That's awesome. Switch 2 must be more powerful and can run some games that I also like to play. Like, there's stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you excited about these new games coming out? Are you excited about Xbox? Do you think Xbox is back? Do you think that Nintendo is trying to find a way to make a comeback in there? Not that the Switch 2 needs to make a comeback, but you know what I mean. I just feel like all these companies, three companies, the big three, I think they are. It just reminds me of the GameCube, Xbox, and PS2 era. For those that were alive during that era, the PS2, Nintendo GameCube, and the Xbox, the original Xbox, went band for band for band with each other, and we're coming out with some games that are being remade to this day, being remastered to this day. And that's the era that it feels like we're slipping into again, which is great for games and gamers because it feels like we're getting spoiled all these games. And I was a big complaint of mine for the last couple of years was that there was not enough games coming out, and the games that were coming out didn't feel quality. Well, it looks like they listened. It looks like they've been working around the clock, and I'm really appreciative, and I cannot wait to play what we get. So tell me your thoughts down below. Let me know who you thought had the best director showcase. Because I'm still thinking, I still think Sony had the best. I think Sony came out swinging, but I think Xbox had something to say. And I think in the next couple of years, hopefully Xbox makes a full comeback and we start really seeing some really cool and fun exclusives come out for Xbox. See you on the next one. Keep geeking out. Peace.